The rain hammered against the Packard's roof, a relentless percussion that mirrored the frantic beat of Silas's heart. Elias sat opposite him, a statue carved from shadows, his gaze fixed on some distant point beyond the grimy window. The conservatory, visible through the driving rain, was a sickly green blur, choked by overgrown vines and the relentless encroachment of the Blackwood Estate's oppressive foliage. "He's changing, Silas," Elias murmured, his voice barely a breath, a hollow echo of its former timbre, faster than before. Silas gripped the revolver tighter in his lap, the cold steel a meager comfort against the encroaching dread. "He's been through a lot, Elias. It's bound to leave a mark." A lie. He knew it was more than that. The changes weren't physical wounds, but something deeper, something corrosive to the very essence of who Elias was. "It's not just a mark, Silas. It's writing me." Elias's hand trembled as he reached up and traced the sharp line of his jaw, his fingers lingering on the subtly altered angle of his cheekbones. The once soft curves were hardening, becoming more angular, almost predatory. "I feel things. Voices." Silas didn't press. He knew the voices were the fragmented whispers of the woman, a spectral guide attempting to wrestle Elias away from the harmony's influence. He's seen it. He's felt it. The unsettling cold that bloomed in the air where Elias was particularly agitated, the way the light seemed to bend and warp around him. "The caretaker, he believes Elias is the key," Silas said, the words stealing like ashes in his mouth. "A vessel. He's playing with forces he doesn't understand." "He wants to rebalance," Elias said, his voice a monotone drone. "To restore the harmony." "There's no such thing as harmony," Silas spat, the word tasting bitter on his tongue. "Just power, and those who seek to wield it." He remembered the ancient pact, the cryptic texts he's unearthed during his research, humanity's desperate bargain with entities beyond the stars, a promise of dominion in exchange for something that the Blackwood family had sought to control for generations. The Packard lurched as the driver, a nervous young man hired through the local agency, wrestled the vehicle along the increasingly treacherous road. The headlights cut through the rain, illuminating grotesque shapes in the encroaching darkness. The music box Elias trailed off, his eyes unfocused. "It sings." "Forget the music box, Elias." Silas leaned forward, his voice low and urgent. "Fight it. Fight whatever is trying to claim you." The circular chamber was a vortex of unsettling geometry and oppressive atmosphere. Portraits of stern-faced Blackwood ancestors lined the walls, their eyes seeming to follow every movement. In the center stood the monolithic stone structure, a pulsating mass of dark energy that thrummed with an unseen power. The caretaker, skeletal and gaunt, stood before it, his eyes burning with fanatical fervor. "Welcome, Silas," the caretaker asked, his voice surprisingly strong despite his frail appearance. "You understand now, don't you? The need for balance, the transgression that must be corrected." "Corrected how?" Silas demanded, his hand instinctively hovering near his revolver. "The harmony was disrupted," the caretaker said, gesturing towards Elias. "A foolish mortal sought to sever the connection. He caused a ripple, a dissonance. It must be realigned. Elias must fulfill his purpose." Elias stood motionless, a conduit for the chamber's unsettling energy. His eyes, once warm and familiar, now burned with an alien intensity. A low hum emanated from his throat, building in intensity. "Stop this!" Silas roared, taking a step forward. "You cannot comprehend the scale of what is at stake," the caretaker said, his voice dripping with condescension. "Humanity is but a single note in a cosmic symphony, and Elias is the instrument that will restore its perfect pitch." Suddenly, Elias began to sing, not a song Silas recognized, not a human song. It was a melody woven from starlight and ancient sorrow, a language that resonated deep within the bones. The chamber vibrated with the power of the song. The portraits on the walls seemed to writhe and twist. "No!" Silas cried, clutching his head. The melody was a violation of everything he knew and believed. The song reached a crescendo, and a wave of energy pulsed outward. The monolithic stone structure began to glow with an unearthly light. A holographic image flickered into existence above the swirly vortex of stars and nebulae, a glimpse into a dimension beyond human comprehension. "The harmony is almost restored," the caretaker whispered, his eyes shining with manic glee. "The veil is thinning. Soon the others will return." Silas fired. The shock echoed through the chamber, shattering the unsettling calm. The caretaker staggered backward, clutching his chest, but the bullet seemed to do little more than disrupt his flow. He grinned, a chilling display of teeth in the flickering light. "Futile," he croaked. "The process is irreversible." As the holographic vortex intensified, a single word echoed through the chamber, a desperate plea from beyond the encroaching madness. Run! Silas didn't hesitate. He grabbed Elias's arm, pulling him away from the pulsating stone. A holographic image flickered, then vanished, leaving behind only the oppressive silence of the chamber. A burst from the Blackwood Estate, the rain a cold embrace as they scrambled into the Packard. The driver didn't ask questions. He simply slammed the accelerator, sending the vehicle hurtling down the winding road. As they disappeared into the darkness, Silas glanced back at the looming silhouette of the estate, a sense of foreboding settling deep within his soul. The harmony hadn't been restored, it had merely been postponed. He looked at Elias, still singing softly under his breath. The changes were more pronounced now. A faint shimmer surrounded him, an ethereal glow that pulsed in sync with the alien melody. "What have you done?" Silas whispered, his voice thick with despair. Elias's eyes met his, but the warmth was gone, replaced by a vacant, unsettling emptiness. "I am becoming," Elias said, his voice not his own. "I am the song." The Packard sped into the night. The rain continued to fall, and somewhere beyond the veil of reality, a harmony stirred,